Hi kids, my name is Phil and welcome to day 5 of the big surprise. Yesterday we saw that Jesus had a special job to do, and what a surprise it was when he showed himself to his friends after they had buried him because he had come back to life. Remember how at the start of the week we learned about Adam and Eve, how they had been given a special job? What was that again? Oh, that's right. They had to look after the world God had created and look after each other. But then they made a bad choice, didn't they? Because Jesus made the right choice to follow God and to help wash away our sin when we say no to God and go our way instead. Jesus gave us a new special job. It's kind of based on the first job, to look after the world and each other. We need to keep our light on. No, I don't mean these lights. I'm talking about Jesus. He brought light into a world full of darkness. When he went back to heaven, he didn't take the light with him. When we trust him, he promises he would live in our heart to help us follow him. And that's the light we need to keep shining. We need to keep Jesus shining in our heart. And we see that light shine through what we say and do. Just like how a dirty heart makes a bad choice or to say something mean, Jesus makes a clean heart that we will want to make the right choice. That's how we can look after each other and the world God created. We need to tell people of all the amazing things Jesus has done for them. And that's the special job Jesus gave to us, to keep doing till he comes back. I have to say, these crafts have turned out amazing, and it's all because of you joining in. Thanks for sharing them with us, and it's been awesome to see how much fun you've had with it. Let's have a look at yesterday's craft, where Jesus moved a rock at the empty tomb. I hope I've given enough introduction to this song by now. It may be our last day of holiday club, but that doesn't mean it's the last time we can sing along. You can go back to play it as much as you'd like. We got to keep reminding ourselves to be ready. Are you ready to sing our theme song? Let's go.
There's a storm that's near, we'll want to grab a coat to wear. An umbrella too would be something good, so that we can be prepared. Well, Jesus said we should plan ahead, because he's coming back one day. And those who've heard and believed his words will be prepared to celebrate. Be ready. They don't really need to think about the judgment day, but they will find they've been so unwise, and it will come a day too late. Be ready, be ready. The King is gonna come again. Be ready, be ready. His reign is gonna have no end. Dark clouds tell us soon it's gonna rain, but no one knows again. So here's the truth in this simple tune: we should always watch and pray, and we'll be glad when the Lord comes back, if we're trusting Him today. Be ready, be ready. The King is gonna come again. Be ready, be ready. His reign is gonna have no end. Be ready, be ready. He is coming back again. Be ready, be ready. His reign is gonna have no end. His reign is gonna have no end. No end, no end. His reign is gonna have no end. His reign is gonna have no end, no end. His reign is gonna have no end.
Hi kids, today I'd like to tell you a story called Jesus and the Very Big Surprise by Randall Goodgame and Catalina Echeverry. Jesus always surprises everybody, even though he is the maker of all the planets and galaxies in the universe. Surprise! He came to Earth as a little baby. And even though he is the King of Kings, he wasn't born in a big, beautiful palace. Instead, surprise, he was born in a little stable where the smelly animals lived. When Jesus grew up and started preaching and teaching, he surprised people all the time. One of his very favorite ways to surprise people was by telling them stories about what God is really like. Some people thought God was always angry. Some people thought God was a trickster who liked to make bad things happen. And some people thought God didn't care about them at all. Of course, Jesus knew exactly what God was like. So he told a story about God's love in a way that would surprise everybody, even you. The Servants Who Waited by Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus told a story about servants waiting for their big, fancy master to come home from a great big wedding. It was their job to watch and wait, with candles burning bright. The servants had to be ready for the moment the master would return. But that isn't easy. When the master is away, the servants keep very busy. There are dishes to wash, animals to feed, clothes to clean, and pipe organs to polish. And when all that work is done, the servants still need to be ready. When the master comes home, they will serve him a midnight snack, fluff his pillows, bring him his best robe, and read him a bedtime story. But until then, they wait and wait and wait until finally the master returns. But the servants are in for a big surprise. Come and rest, says the master. You must be tired from waiting up for me. Come and sit down at my table, and I will serve you. I know just what you need. In Jesus' story, the master loves his servants so much that he puts on servants' clothes and he serves them instead. What kind of master would love like that? What kind of God would choose to be a servant. Surprise! Jesus would. He is the great master who serves. Like the master in the story, Jesus surprised everyone by using his power to serve. He suffered and died on the cross so we could live with him forever. But Jesus still had one more very big surprise. He came alive again. Then he went back to his Father in heaven and sent his Holy Spirit to stay with us till he returns. No one knows the day or the hour when Jesus will return. It could be any minute. And just like that, the servants in his story, we have plenty to do while we wait. There are hungry people to serve, lonely people to care for, friends to share with, enemies to forgive. And it all begins with loving Jesus, the great master who serves. He knows what we need because he is what we need. So get ready, kids. The master is coming.
Hi, today we have a choice of crafts. So you might find one craft in your bag or you might find them both. And some of them are easy. So we've got this lantern, the cup lantern, which is easy. And we've got our little camping style lantern here, which is a bit trickier to make. Why are we making lanterns? That's a good question. Well, do you remember in the story they had their lanterns ready, lit and ready, waiting for their master? Well, these are a great reminder that we need to be ready for when Jesus returns. Now, obviously, we need to do much more to prepare for Jesus returning than just to light a lantern. But it's a good little reminder that we need to be ready because Jesus is coming back and we don't know when that will be. It will be a surprise. So let's get started. Firstly, we're going to do our cup lantern. So you'll need to get the pack in your bag that has the cup in it. It has a piece of ribbon, some little diamantes to decorate, some cellophane, and your little lantern, your little tea light. You may also need some glue. Some scissors might be handy as well in case you need to trim your ribbon. All right, so put that one aside. Let's go with this. The first thing you're going to do is get your cup and you're going to use your glue and we're going to glue our cellophane onto the cup. So get a nice amount of glue on, depending on what glue you've got. It should dry clear so we can see through it and the light can come through, and then just glue some of your cellophane onto the cup. And you could do a pattern or you could just put it on there randomly. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Oh, I like it how the cellophane sticks to me. It's funny. It can be a little frustrating too. All right, there we go. Oh, I'm going to put another bit of green down there. And I like the yellow ones. I think they look super cool. So I'm going to put some more yellow there and a bit over there. And maybe I'll put another red bit there. Ooh, that one's a very big bit. I might put that around there. There we go. And a bit more green here. And a bit of purple over here. Oh, look at that, it's coming together. Some green there. And a yellow one. A bit more yellow. And maybe I'll put another piece of red on there. Once you've done that, oh, you might need a little bit more glue sometimes. Look at that. There's my cup. And then you could use your little diamond sticker things and you could put those anywhere you like on your cup, really, and do whatever you want with it. They have some sticky attached to them already, if you see. All right, so you could do that. Then what you're going to do is get your ribbon. And you'll need some sticky tape. So a piece of sticky tape. And we're going to tape our ribbon If it doesn't hold with the tape, then you could get your adult to pop a hole in the cup for you and tie it on instead, if that works better. So I'll show you what I mean by that. We've got, this one is taped, see, that's holding nicely. And this one I did earlier, I did make a hole. So you could get your adult to make a hole if you like. Then you're going to get your little light, and it has a little bit in there separating the battery. So you need to pull that out, and then you need to turn it on. Now this can then sit in our cup, and there you have your lantern to be ready. So that's our simple lantern. We'll put that over there. All right, so now we're going to move on to the trickier lantern. So this one, and we're going to make it. You've got a few things in your little kit. Piece of ribbon, your tea light, and it's got some tape around it. And so just push the tape on and make sure it's on there properly. You've got a couple of things of diamantes. There's a clear sheet with a bit of tape on the bottom. There's a round circle with some holes punched in it, and a long piece with a bit of tape on the end there as well. So the first thing we've got to do is we have to get our tape and take the red part off, and it's sticky, so be careful. Then we're going to get our clear sheet, and one side has the red and one side you can see the white. And so the white part is going to stick to our tea light, and where the gap is in your tape, if you can see that, I like to put it over that so that the gap's not matching up with the other gap. All right, so we're going to twist it around, and then we are going to need to pull back the red tape that's on the plastic, and it's a bit hard to pull back the red part of the tape, so you might need an adult. It's a bit tricky, this one. When you've got it, push it in so that's sticking, and then we need to get a piece of sticky tape when we're holding that, and we need to tape it onto the clear. So you want to use clear sticky tape for that. There we go. And just try and make sure it's a nice shape. Okay. So when you've got that, the next thing we're going to do is we want to cover the bottom with a nice piece of the red card. So open your tape again and make sure that you have this piece of red tape here on the outside. So we're going to push it like that and make sure we've lined it up nicely with the bottom so it's not coming too far down the bottom. And then we're pushing it around. Okay, and when we get our tape, again, pull our piece of tape off there and push that down. See, we've got the bottom of our lantern. All right, how are you going with yours? Okay, so it's like that. The next bit is our top. Now, if you grab one part and at the slot, you're going to do this. So we're going to need to take our tape off, and then pushing that around like that. See, looks a bit like a hat. And then again, take our piece of tape off, push it around, and then we've got our little top. Goes like this. All right. Next thing, you're going to get your string and you're going to push it through. You'll see there's two little holes punched that we did for you. So push one side through and then through the other. If they don't quite match up, that's okay. Just do your best and get an adult to help you if it's tricky, because it is a little bit tricky. There we go. So that's going to be what we hold our lantern with. And then you've got holes in the top too. So they go through there, through the holes. Oh, it's a bit tricky to get them through the holes. There we go. And this one in this hole as well. and then we can tie it up. So push it through evenly and then tie it up. I like this one, it's very cute. Tie it up, and you want to just tie a double knot and then hold it to get it to tie. Again, you might need an adult to help with that. So there's the top of my lantern, and it just sits on there with the string. You could put a piece of tape if you want. And then the last thing you want to do is decorate it. So you could decorate the top of your lantern with some markers, and the same as the bottom. If you're going to decorate this part here, you could stick some of your cellophane on it if you liked, and you can use the little diamonds that you've been given too, the little Diamante stickers, and you can stick those all around the place. And you would need to use a Sharpie or a permanent marker if you're writing on the plastic though. Then don't forget to pull the little clip of your lantern out, the little bit of plastic, and then turn it on and be ready. So here we have it, one craft and 2 lantern crafts all ready for us to be ready. So hang those up in your room to remind you to be ready, because Jesus is coming back again. How surprising is that?
Wow, what a week we've had. There's a lot to think about. From the team here at New Life, from Sheila, Bernie, and me, we are so glad that you could join us each day. So thanks for coming along for the ride this week. I hope you can show some of the cool stuff you've done with your friends and family. Lockdown is almost over, and what a great chance to tell people about what you got up to these school holidays. I think we need one more song. You know, when Jesus comes back, there'll be a lot of noise. Even the angels will be singing loud and blowing their trumpets. It'll be like a celebration for everyone who puts their trust in him. So let's take a look at what we've done through the week, and let's all sing really loud about how good God is. We hope to see you in person soon though. Bye for now.
Hi! We're going to sing a song about our very good God who loves and cares for us. It's called Clap Your Hands. Now I'm sure you already know how to clap your hands, but just in case you don't, you take one hand and the other hand and you hit them together and they make a sound like this. Hang on. That's not right. Oh, there we go. Okay, how about you clap along with me?